Against the Wind, Bob Seger. What an appropriate song today. We've got a lot of wind coming in. That's the first thing. Wind advisory already out in southern Tennessee. Our winds are going to pick up out of the south. It's going to help warm us up, and I don't think we're going to see much thunderstorm action at all until after 10 o'clock in the shoals. Been checking out weather information. In fact, our weather blog, you can get this on your iPad or on your iPhone, and even on your tablet. What we call it is the weather app. You can download this, and actually this is a look at the blog here. Meteorologist Lauren Jones posted this, and this has the information regarding today's severe weather, but I'm going to run down the latest. As far as what's happened overnight, the line of storms is probably going to end up being a little bit ahead of schedule. I think I had it from 1 to 3 or so in the metro. That time frame may hold, but it looks like it's going to be about an hour ahead of schedule out in the shoals, looking at more of a 10 o'clock arrival tonight. And with that, with it arriving ahead of schedule, the chances are that we're going to see some stronger thunderstorm wind gusts there in the shoals. So looking at the potential now of wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour instead of just 40 to 60. And it will eventually still weaken with time, but we're still looking at some significant wind potential from this line of storms. Storm Prediction Center has upgraded due to that to a moderate risk. Basically, they've moved the moderate risk they had yesterday farther west, just farther east with this. I still think we're looking mainly at a wind threat. Here's the threat for the damaging winds. You can see it's rather significant, especially just west of us, and those storms will be moving in, so we're going to have to watch them closely. But there's also this tornado threat, so we're likely going to see a tornado watch. If not for all of us, it'll come out late this evening and through the early morning hours, at least from areas of the shoals, and may even cover Huntsville. So we're going to be here throughout the night covering the weather as it moves in, and this is a nighttime event. So as opposed to the last system we had that came through, it came through during the late afternoon hours and everyone was awake. So this is when you want to have your weather radio, weather app here, and of course we'll be streaming online tonight, and we'll stream our newscasts as we usually do to keep you up to date on that as well. And of course I always have information here on Facebook and on Twitter as well, and sending some of this information over to Google+. Here's the time frame from the RPM model. This is kind of the guts of what you don't see on TV all the time. This is the actual model data, looking at a 10 p.m. arrival in the shoals, around 1 a.m. in the metro, and then around 3 o'clock or so areas in northeast Alabama. Still looking at winds there at that time, 40 to 50 miles an hour. However, if this has a lot of momentum buildup and it just comes sweeping through the area, we could see some widespread damaging winds, and that's what we're going to keep an eye on. I'll be back with the latest forecast at 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'll update you on the latest 7-day forecast, but this morning just wanted to brief you on our threat for severe weather. I'll be in later today. Jeff Castle has the next forecast at noon.